Welcome to the CaGBC's LEED Technical Insights videos. In this series, we'll be focusing on some of the important updates to LEED included in the November addenda. The Canada Green Building Council acts as the voice of the green building sector, working with our technical advisory group and steering committee volunteers and industry stakeholders to ensure LEED reflects the unique needs of the Canadian market. Hi, I'm Jessica Heiss, and I'm a LEED reviewer with CaGBC. In this video, I'll be walking you through the changes to the Rainwater Management credit in the Sustainable Sites category. Past versions of Option 1 of this credit were somewhat long-winded. In the November addenda, changes were made to shorten and simplify the text in the requirements section. The text now zeroes in on the credit's focus, using low-impact development and green infrastructure practices to retain a certain percentile of rainfall events. Further directives and information is listed in the beta guide, but the requirements section is now limited to just that, the requirements. We're hoping this helps users better understand the credit. Now that the credit is focused on reducing runoff volumes through low-impact development, the requirements no longer include treatment of runoff or the use of coal tar sealants. There is a new section in the guide under further explanation, which includes recommendations for managing pollutants in rainwater. Project teams are encouraged to consider what pollutant-generating impervious surfaces are present on site and focus efforts to infiltrate runoff from these areas as much as possible. Some examples of low-impact infiltration strategies include planting a rain garden, using permeable paving, or installing a permanent infiltration feature like vegetated swales or cisterns. Again, in an act to clarify the requirements, the thresholds for zero lot line projects are included in the table right next to the requirements for a typical project. However, the thresholds remain the same in the update. Option 2, natural land cover conditions, was reintroduced in the November 2020 addenda. This was a popular option for project teams using the LEED V4 credit, as it encourages sites with challenging land conditions, like clay substrates, for example, to set a more readily achievable design target. This is encouraging. Hopefully, more and more projects will consider their site's rainwater impact and increase the adoption of this credit. Project teams using Option 2 must remember that the runoff volumes for natural land cover conditions are to be based on the site conditions that existed prior to any human activity or disturbance. This is not just the pre-development conditions before the project began. Here are some examples of sites that are not considered natural land cover conditions. Farm fields, gravel parking lots, and other graded sites can't be used to calculate the runoff volumes for natural land cover conditions. Projects using Option 2 will need to revisit historical data for the site and base calculations on what the land was like prior to these activities. Previously, exemplary performance for the V4 credit required that projects manage 100% of the rainwater that falls within the project boundary, regardless of which option the project was using. The updated V4.1 credit includes new exemplary performance thresholds, which are more attainable and specific to each option. Projects using Option 1, percentile rainfall events, can now target reduced thresholds for exemplary performance. Typical projects must manage the rainfall volumes from the 98th percentile event, while zero lot line projects must manage the 95th percentile event. Projects pursuing Option 2, natural land cover conditions, need to retain an additional 20% of runoff volume, which demonstrates a level of resilience to changing precipitation conditions. That concludes this highlight, but here's a list of upcoming videos in our series. We've already released several videos covering quality views, materials credit updates, changes to the cooling tower credit, protect and restore habitat, renewable energy, and construction and demolition waste management. We'll be releasing a few more videos week by week through to the end of January 2021. You can check out our other videos on the CaGBC channel on YouTube. You can find updated versions of the rating systems and beta guides on the CaGBC website. You can also download the rating system with track changes, as well as a summary of the changes to give you a clear picture of the updates. For any questions or more information, please contact us at leadcoach@gbcicanada.ca. Thanks for watching.